Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are getting into a really intense social media firestorm, one that just exploded right when everyone was sort of celebrating.
Yeah, we're looking at the source material around this whole Stefon Diggs, Brittney Jones, and Cardi B situation.
And this isn't just your average celebrity drama, is it?
No, not at all. This deep dive is important because it shows, like in real time, how these kinds of viral accusations can, well, potentially ruin reputations.
And expose really private stuff.
Exactly. And blur that line between, someone telling their truth and maybe someone just chasing attention. We're really trying to unpack the power plays here, the narrative strategies.
And the timing.
Yeah.
Wow. It kicked off literally the moment Cardi B confirmed she was pregnant with Stefon Diggs' child.
Right. Just as the congratulations were rolling in, boom, Brittney Jones drops this grenade, really.
Turning celebration into confrontation instantly.
That immediate switch is what makes it so jarring. Public joy, 1 minute. Public battle, the next.
Okay, so let's unpack that initial moment. Brittney Jones didn't just, comment. She positioned herself right at the center, didn't she? As a provocateur.
Oh, absolutely deliberate. She went straight to X, Twitter, and her first response to the pregnancy news was designed to shock.
What did she say again?
Congrats to Cardi B. That boy got some good DK, so I understand her trapping him.
Oof, that's a lot in one sentence. It's kind of congratulatory, but also super loaded.
Totally. It claims intimacy, uses that loaded word, trapping. It immediately sets a combative tone.
And then came the main hit. Yeah, the core accusation that her relationship, her encounters with Diggs, happened while he was supposedly dating Cardi B. So not just history, but claiming it was happening during their relationship.
Precisely. That turns it from old news into a direct challenge to the couple's present reality. A full-blown social media war, like you said.
Right. And this is where things get, well, really interesting, because on social media, just saying something isn't enough. You need the receipts.
Receipts are everything in these situations. And Jones claims she had them. Hard proof, she said, of this private relationship.
That claim alone shifts the whole dynamic. It moves it from maybe rumor to alleged fact.
And the power is in the details she offered up. It wasn't vague.
Okay, let's break down that evidence she claimed to have. What specifically does she say she could show? Okay, first up, the classic. Screenshots of DMs, direct messages, which everyone sees as like the unfiltered truth, right? A look behind the curtain.
Exactly. Then second, and this is pretty critical, she claims she had proof of money changing hands. Payments from Diggs.
She gave a figure too, didn't she?
She did, over $2,000. That specific number makes it feel much more concrete than just saying, he sent me money.
Why is that detail, the $2,000, so strategic?
Well, it makes it feel quantifiable, tangible. Like there's a record, it suggests something transactional maybe. It takes it beyond just words.
It grounds the claim, makes it seem documented.
Right, and then it escalated further into threats, really. Threats involving privacy.
This is where it gets really uncomfortable.
Yeah, she didn't just stop at messages and money. She openly claimed that she and Diggs had allegedly made 2 adult videos together.
Whoa. Okay, that's a huge escalation. Even hinting at that kind of material existing is intense.
And she directly threatened to release things. She said, quote, if people say I want clout, I'll just post the numerous nude pics he sent me, using that potential exposure as leverage.
That's weaponizing intimacy, plain and simple. And didn't she also get into really graphic details about alleged encounter?
Yes, very specific graphic descriptions, including a claim about an intimate massage. It's like an information dump.
It feels designed so that even if the proof never fully materializes, the story itself, those details, just burn into your memory.
It's a tactic,
Huh.
right? Overwhelmed with specifics, it forces people to grapple with the claims as if they're already proven. And this, naturally, splits public opinion right down the middle.
Yeah, the classic split. Is she a whistleblower exposing lies? Or is she, just chasing clout by blowing up someone's private life?
And maybe it's impossible to fully separate those two things in this kind of environment. The act of exposing is an act that gets attention.
So the public's left deciding if the truth justifies the method or if the ambition taints the claim. And that keeps it spinning.
Exactly. That tension fuels the whole thing.
Okay, so let's pivot. How did the people actually in the spotlight handle this? Diggs, the accused, and Cardi B, the partner caught in the crossfire.
Their approaches were like night and day. Really interesting contrast in crisis management. Let's start with Stefon Diggs.
Who has been remarkably quiet.
Largely silent, yeah. Based on the sources, just nothing.
Now, silence can be a strategy, right? Maybe legal advice, maybe hoping it blows over.
It can be. but on social media. It's a massive gamble. Legally, maybe it protects him from saying something damaging, but narratively, he completely loses control.
Yeah, his reputation is just out there being defined by the accusations and the speculation.
Totally. Jones's claims, the public chatter that fills the void his silence creates, he basically let the most sensational version take over.
Okay, contrast that with Cardi B. Her response was the opposite, immediate, active.
Totally active. She went for sarcasm, bravado, trying to grab the steering wheel back.
With just 9 words.
That's right.
Yeah, it was pretty potent. She tweeted, "That's our baby daddy now. We can work it out." Wow, that's a power move.
Like narrative judo, right?
Yeah.
Instead of playing the victim, the cheated on partner, she flips it. Asserts strength, unity. Frames it as their thing to handle.
It shifts the focus from the alleged betrayal to their shared future, the baby, trying to shut down the scandal aspect.
Exactly. Like a mic drop moment, trying to stop the gossip right there.
But it didn't totally stop Jones, did it? She came back a few days later with a different angle.
Right. She shifted tactics slightly. Tried to sort of normalize the situation between the women involved.
Less confrontation, more pragmatism.
Kind of. She posted something like, "Why should baby mamas beef? Not like anyone got cheated on. She's the last baby mama. Can't get mad at people who came before you."
Okay, so that's trying to reposition herself. Like, this wasn't about Cardi. This was before or separate, diluting the idea of direct conflict.
Yeah, it seems like an attempt to rewrite her role.
Yeah.
Not the homewrecker, maybe just part of his past history. Less threatening to the current relationship, perhaps.
So if we step back now, look at the big picture. All these moves, the silence, the tweet, the counter tweet, it really says a lot about power and who gets to control their own story online.
Absolutely. It becomes a case study in agency in the digital age.
Yeah.
Look at Brittney Jones. She's using social media, using leaks, using shock value to demand her narrative be heard, to get recognized.
Fighting for validation, maybe?
Could be. Then you have Cardi B fighting for dignity, for control over a narrative she didn't start, trying to protect her family's image.
And then Diggs, the silent center.
Yeah. He's the subject, but by saying nothing, he's lost his voice in it all. His agency is surrendered. He's defined by what others say and leak about him.
Which brings us to social media itself. It's not just hosting this. It's like the arena, the judge, jury. Everything happens instantly there.
It's like watching a storm unfold live. And the audience gets pulled in, right? Taking sides, demanding answers, Team Cardi, Team Brittney, wondering about Diggs. Yeah, it raises that question. Who's playing a game here for clicks? And who's genuinely caught up in something painful but forced to react publicly? And often it's probably a mix of both, which makes it even more complex.
The level of detail, too, the DMs, the money, the alleged videos, it makes you wonder if anything can actually stay private anymore for public figures.
Once those specific intimate details are out in the digital world, it seems incredibly hard, maybe impossible, to put that genie back in the bottle.
Especially if someone decides those details are weapons.
Yeah, the very act of having a private digital footprint becomes a risk.
So we started this deep dive with what should have been happy news, which turned instantly into this huge scandal. We've looked at how everyone involved tried to manage their story under intense pressure.
Right? When private messages and moments become public fodder.
Which leads us to that final question for you, the listener.
Yeah, thinking about all this material we've reviewed, the claimed DMs, the money, the threats, when private stuff is deployed like this, publicly, are these leaks really just proof, serving some kind of truth?
Or are they actually carefully chosen tools? Tools of ambition, maybe, designed to shape a narrative and get a specific reaction. Something for you to think about. What are the real, lasting consequences for the person whose private life becomes collateral damage when someone else uses it to control the story? Especially when those claims, once they're out there, can never really be taken aback.
Definitely something to consider. We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.